All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the DLE YouTube channel. It's me, Kamel, and I'm joined tonight with PDS, and we are going over the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal Gate Drop rewards that have leaked with the last maintenance. And we have Gate Drop rewards for 3 characters. We do not know if those are going to be the only characters, but that is what we have for now. I'm assuming that's what we're going to be getting on release. So, PDS, what's up, man?
Yeah, so we're getting cards from Yuma, from Bronc, and from Tori.
All right.
So let's start off with Yuma.
By the way, first, before we get into that, let's take a look. We did get Brockstone and Tori Meadows Ace Monster correct, so hey, got it right. That's it. All right, we can move on.
So the first card is Gaga Magician.
Right.
So once per turn, you can declare a level from 1 to 8. This card becomes that level until the end phase. And you can only control one Gaga Magician. And this card cannot be used as a synchro material monster.
Yep.
So
this card, as well as it being Yuma's main card in his deck, which I believe it is, I also believe that this is the card that we're going to get a prismatic version of for free with the start of the. You know how we got Junk Warrior the year before, we got Dark Magician this year. I think we're gonna get a Gaga Magician.
yeah, because there's not really like an equivalent of those for Yuma, because it kind of just
If I
gets
had to
his
pick a
cards,
main
yeah.
card for him though, that is not Utopia, it would be Gaga Magician.
Yeah, exactly. So this card it's pretty okay. I mean, for a free card, you can't really complain. It's probably one of the better ones out of all of them, and it's pretty useful in the Gaga deck. But let's see if that will even be good in Duel Links.
Yeah, when it comes down to archetypes, it's really dependent on what they decide to give us at the end of the day. So, judging Gaga Magician on its own, it's going to be taking advantage of cards that can special summon on their own, and then you can still normal summon Gaga Magician after it, or cards that summon themselves and then can special summon or normal summon another monster, and you bring out Gaga Magician, and then you change its level to match the pre-existing monster, and then you XZ summon. That's basically what you're going for. So it has to have synergy with another card for us to take advantage of its full potential. Sense.
Yeah, exactly. So the next card is Go Golem.
Right.
And once per turn, this defense position card cannot be destroyed by battle. So I'm gonna say right away that this card is pretty outdated at this point. But
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see some guy in Platinum running this card, like 3 of it. So that's probably the only time you're gonna see it. And just to
Yeah.
know, this is an effect that applies as soon as it's face up. So you can have it set, and if they swing into it, it'll protect itself once from battle. So it's pretty nice. But other than that, it's honestly a relic of the past at this point.
Yeah, it's just a really it's one of the first Xyz era cards. As many of these cards that you're gonna see around this time will be. A lot of them just not very powerful, so that's where Go Golem is at. So Yuma's next card is Tempo, the percussion Jin. Earth rank 3 Fiend Xyz, 2 level 3s. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls. Detach one Xyz material from that monster, and if you do all Jin Xyz monsters you control, gain 500 attack. It's a 1700. Yeah. But
Yeah,
funny
this
enough,
card is
yeah, go ahead.
No, you can go. You can go.
I was just gonna say, funny enough, I don't see any of the other Jin Z's monsters in Yuma's drop rewards, so maybe they are limited in how many we can get in his level ups or something like that. I would hope so. Like,
Yes.
they're
Yes.
pretty interesting cards. They would be good to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of decent ones actually. This one is actually not too bad for all the XCs I was thinking they were gonna give us. This is probably one of the better ones out of like all the starter ones. So this one is not too bad. So basically, how it works is it's pretty good when your opponent has an XC's monster of their own, of course, because you can get rid of its material, and then also you're boosting your own guys. So it would, I mean, normally you would think that the effect would be detach one and then gain 500 like that. That would be like an effect, but the fact that it also takes from your box is pretty good too.
Yeah, taking
But of course,
material
it has to it has to remove a material or it won't gain 500 because it says and if you do. So that's one, one has to happen for the other one to work.
Right, I think what it may come down to being used as, I think maybe people will bring out an Xyz monster and use one material, and in Duel Links, after their turn is over, you bring this out and you take their last material. I think maybe that's what it's going to
exactly.
be. And then you have a 2200 guy on the field.
Yeah, exactly. So his other cards are cards we already had in the game. So, and there's not really anything worth talking about.
Yeah, honestly, this is so like take it as you will. These are going to be the rest of Yuma's rewards, just cards that we have from previous events and drop rewards and ranked duel tickets. So yeah, 3 new cards for Yuma's drop rewards. Now that's not to say he won't have other level up rewards, but from farming Yuma at the gate, that is what you will get. So moving on to the next character, Brockstone, and we predicted it. Brockstone's ace monster is the Tin Archduke, Earth rank 4, 3 level 4 monsters, machine Xyz. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Then target 1 monster your opponent controls, change its battle position. The monster's effects are not activated. And 3 level 4s PDS. 2200 attack, that's it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty. If it was 2 level 4s, I could see it. 3 level 4s, now you're kind of talking crazy, but I mean, they could have given us a lot worse. So can't be too mad at an Archduke.
I mean, you're gonna be playing Gearges and Ties of the Brethren and then go into this? Like, that's insane.
Bro, you can't even do that. Yeah, you would have to wait a turn.
Oh my gosh.
No, what you're gonna be doing is, of course, you're gonna summon. You're gonna have 2 whirlwinds, and then you're gonna summon Chris, and you're gonna get 2 Boras, and then you're gonna special summon 2 Boras, and then you lay them on top for 10 Archduke. So then you can knock it over. It's big brain.
I mean, look, you can get over Purgatrio, right? Tournament of defense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, am I really gonna commit all those resources just for this guy? It's like,
hey,
it's probably not worth it.
We were right. Dealey was right. Hit Archduke, Brock's ace monster. Then we have Bio Falcon. Okay.
We had that one.
Toy Soldier. He's already in the game too. Wind Up Honeybee. Insect Earth level 1. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Wind Up monster from your deck. Alright, so Bronc is going to be giving us some Wind Up support. Hopefully we see some more in his level ups and some more in the first box as well. Any sign of Wind Ups, they're very good Xyz era deck. I would like to see them be viable in Duel Links. Yeah, Wind Up Honeybee.
Oh, I don't know. This this is a pretty slow card once again. You
Pretty
know,
slow, yeah.
because any card you have to set a turn, and then not only you have to set it, it has to die by battle. So you gotta basically hope that your opponent kills it, and then
Right.
you wait just to summon one guy. It's kind of like yeah,
Yeah, and
it's not really.
yeah, and the way the game is right now, setting anything just face down like that and hoping for it to be destroyed, that's you're asking for a bad time. You know, like that's 2,000 damage minimum right there.
Like,
With
would you rather set the Punny Bee or would you rather set Alistair face down? Like, you know,
for
that's
real.
basically where we're at the moment.
So even in a wind up deck, this is probably not even something you're gonna play. And then Bronc has weights and Zen measures. It is a normal spell. Target 2 face-up wind-up monsters you control with different levels. Your opponent chooses one of them, and the level of the other monster becomes the same as the chosen monsters until the end phase. Then, if your opponent chose the monster with a lower level, you can draw one card. So, this spell seems pretty cool, but it kind of assumes that you have 2 wind-up monsters on the field. So, this card being good really just depends on how easily they make it so we're able to get 2 wind-up monsters on the field with the other wind-up support that they give us.
So the biggest problem with this card is, so in Yu-Gi-Oh, you want to maintain your card advantage. So anything that makes you go minus in card advantage, you're gonna want to think about like, is this really worth running? So this is a card where if they're not picking the lower, if they're gonna give you the higher level, you're gonna go -1 in card advantage, right? Because this card doesn't do anything. It doesn't summon a token. It doesn't do anything besides change the levels. Then when you go to XCs, you know, if you go 2 -1 to make 1 monster, right, you're gonna lose another card. So in that whole span of things, you lost 2 cards there, right? So that is, you know, you gotta think about like, if you start with 4 cards, that means what you have to, you're gonna have 1 card left to set basically. So you gotta really consider if it's even worth running at that point. Like just run a trap or something instead.
Yeah, honestly, you could
'Cause,
probably run something else, something to just, or you can modify the monsters that you run. Like, it just doesn't seem worth it, you know,
I
just to
mean, like,
modify
honestly,
levels.
if you're gonna do something like that, I would play like level duplication or something. Level duplication,
Yeah,
yeah, you know, it's like
honestly. It's a kind of a weird final card for Bronc, but again, another character I'm interested. He has 2 wind-up cards in his gate drops. Let's see what he has in his level ups again. Something though, before we could go into the last character, something that has been concerning me lately is how much of the new characters' gate drops are also their level up rewards. How much of their event drops are their level up rewards. That's really concerning. I hope these characters are not affected the same way. That'd be really disappointing. But going on into the final confirmed release character we have via their gate drops is Tori Meadows, and she has Fairy Cheer Girl. We also called this one in our opening release characters video. Fairy Cheer Girl, light rank 4, 2 fairy type monsters, level 4. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, draw 1 card once per turn. That's it. 1500 attack, fairy, draw 1.
yeah, it's I don't know, it's cool, but I don't really think anyone would ever play it. Honestly, just like only way I would see it is if you're playing like a fairy deck that needs fairies in the graveyard. So you just use your 2 fairies to get 1 into the grave, but like it's kind of weak to just give up 2 level 4s for. So yeah.
Yeah, there's like more powerful fairy strategies than like bringing this out. Like we have like Hyperion, like you can play fairies and bring him out. He's way better for 2 fairy monsters that are level 4 or lower. Oh yeah, I don't know, but That
It's cool. It's cool to see it though. I like to see it. So.
yeah, that's cool.
I was expecting them to give us way worse XCs. So for the
Really?
first three, these ain't way bad. Yeah.
I'm glad that we called it, and I did think that we were gonna get these two, Tin Archduke and the Fairy Cheer Girl.
I know, man. I was thinking we were gonna get like Gem Knight Pearl. Like they're just gonna give
Well,
us. Like,
hey, there's still the box. There's still the
yeah,
box.
you're right. You're right.
Hold your breath. So next we have Archlord Zerato. Is a light level 8 fairy effect. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by tributing one face up. Warrior of Zera on your side of the field while the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field. If the Sanctuary in the Sky is on your side of the field, by discarding one light monster card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. If Sanctuary in the Sky is not on the field, this effect is not applied. And if you guys don't know, Warrior of Zera is a vanilla monster. Here you go.
Yeah, there's also a Dark Lord Zerato.
Yes, there is.
Yes. So it's a little lore thingy, but let's not get into it right now. But yeah, I mean he's a cool card, but you know, you guys know how fairy decks are.
Yeah, dude. And you're gonna have to play the 1600 guy, level 4, to summon him. You can't even play one of the other Zeratos because their name is not Herald Zerato. And I don't know, man. Every time they have a source of fairies in the game, they put them with these counter fairy looking guys with these counter fairy cards. I don't know. It just gives me a bad vibe, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a cool card and it has a okay effect, but it's just so difficult against the field. Like you're gonna need to be playing a whole deck dedicated to like drawing a level 8 unsummonable monster and also a vanilla monster. You know, it's like
only thing I can think of is like you play this with unexpected die and like heavy starter, so you draw this. That's it. All I can think of.
yeah, it's pretty whatever, honestly.
Yeah, to be honest,
I do like the artwork though. I do like the artwork.
Yeah, pretty nice artwork for the card. So then we have this Zeratius guy. We already got him. Next new card. This is the one interesting card that I found that I like in the whole leak. Stellar Nova Wave. This is a continuous trap. Once per turn, during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can special summon one Teller Knight monster from your hand. Now, what's a Teller Knight? There's no Teller Knights anywhere here in these leaks. We didn't read any Teller Knights, so let's look up Teller Knights on the handy dandy DLM card searcher. Alright, let me make sure these are up on the screen. Yep. Teller Knights. So there are quite a few Teller Knights. There are 5 Teller Knight Xyz monsters. There are 10 monsters. There are 4 spells and 2 traps. And we will be getting one of the traps in Tori Meadows Gate Rewards. Now, some of these Xyz monsters, I don't know. I was reading through some of them very quickly. They have very powerful effects. Basically, you can use each of these Xyz monsters to rank up into the level 5, but then each of them have a separate effect. Yes, you know anything about Teller Knights?
Yes, I'm a big fan of warrior decks, so this is something I've played TCG, but yeah, so basically how they work is there's a card called Deneb. I don't think we're gonna get that one. I wanted to start off with that, but basically it is the searcher. So you summon it and you add any Teller Knight monster from your deck except for Deneb. So that usually will get you Altair, because when Deneb dies, you summon Altair, and then what Altair does is when you summon Altair, you summon a Teller Knight from your graveyard. So you bring back Deneb. And then you can't attack with anything besides Teller Knight monsters. But when the Neb is summoned, you get a search. So you grab another Altair. So you kind of see how this is going. So now,
Yeah,
basically, you have a little engine where when You run out of resources, you summon the Altair again, get the Neb, and then the Neb gets you Altair again.
And
And
Deneb's effect is on summon, but it is
yes,
once per
so
turn.
even if something like yeah, once per turn. So the other card that they used was called Vega. Vega lets you basically get 2 on the field at once. So you can go Vega and then Deneb, and then Vega special summons Deneb from your hand, and then that will get you an Altair to your hand for the next turn. And then the other good card for them was Unuku. So this card lets you send a Teller Knight monster from the deck to the graveyard. So this lets you send, the Neb, and then if you have Altair, you can summon it. And on the following turn, it's pretty nice. They have a little cool.
Like, this is a really cool deck. Like, I honestly hope that we get this deck upon the release of Xyz World. The monsters seem to work pretty efficiently in tandem with each other. Let's take a look at an Xyz monster.
Yeah, so one of the ones that's, I mean, they're all really powerful though. That's the thing. So
Yeah, I'm like that's what I was when I read.
I mean,
them.
honestly, here's the thing. Here's the thing, because they don't just make Teller Knights. They're a good rank 4 deck, so you can make any rank 4.
This is true.
So yeah, but I'm just gonna, we're just gonna say that the Teller Knights, the XCs are really strong. So I don't know if we're necessarily gonna get them. And also their counter trap is extremely powerful. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get that either.
Yes,
so I'm
just gonna put the effects on the screen. I don't know if we're gonna get any of these. Their effects are all extremely powerful. This card you can detach and destroy, and then if it's destroyed, you can special summon a Teller Knight from your hand or deck.
And they can't be floodgated.
Oh god. And then this is return all the cards on the field to the hand. You can detach, send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Oh my gosh. And this one is you can detach, everything becomes dark. Discard a card special summon from your extra deck, a light Teller Knight. And yeah, if you have 7 or more Teller Knights with different names in your graveyard, oh my god, stop. All the other Teller Knights are light, so you're just gonna special summon any of them.
That dark one lets you go into other ones that need 3, so you can do it just 2.
I see.
The other one 3. And the Sky Bridge, the quick play is also pretty good in that deck.
Right, so let's read that one. This is the one that piqued my interest as well. So Teller Knight, Sky Bridge. It's a quick play spell. Target 1 Teller Knight monster you control. Special summon 1 Teller Knight monster with a different name from your deck, and if you do, shuffle the targeted monster into the deck. While the special summoned by this effect is face up on the field, you cannot special summon monsters except Teller Knights. You only activate 1 per turn. And this is pretty good if you want to finish something off for lethal. The Teller Knights have decent attack. If you already had one, like a boss monster that's out, you can return an extra deck monster to the deck, right?
Yeah, so, well...
Oh, well, that's if we get the extra deck monsters. That's true. Yikes.
So, the thing is that what you normally do is, so you summon a Nuku, right? The one that's sent to the graveyard. So you send the Neb, right? And then you activate Sky Bridge. And you special summon Altair from the deck. And then when Altair is summoned, you get the Neb. And then when the Neb is summoned, you get a search. So, you got all of that off of just the Unu and the Sky Bridge. You got another Altair in your hand, and you got a monster.
So you're going to have enough for lethal with just the monsters themselves. Just the level 4 guys. Given your opponent doesn't have anything.
Yeah, so I forgot to mention, the guy, Sam, when he's summoned, he does 1,000 damage. So that could be something that Konami was talking about with the burn nerf. It's 500 sounds a lot more reasonable than 1,000. Watch them only give us that card. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, out of all of them, it's just that one.
500, and can you... Yeah, you can bring it out with the other Teller Knights. So that'll be nice. We'll see about that. That's interesting. We might actually get that card. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to cover this specifically because this was the most interesting thing that I found. All of the other cards, they're pretty, face value. The Gaga Magician, Go Golem, Yuma's cards, they're pretty. You see what you get, and that's what you're going to get. Brockstone, the same. But the Teller Knights, this is a card that we did not see anything else for. And it is actually a support card for what seems to be a rather prevalent Xyz archetype. So this is what's interesting me, and look forward to this in the new box. That's what I'm hoping to see. So, any final thoughts, PDS? Those are the only new cards that we got. What are you thinking overall?
I'm really happy that we have access to the Karakuri Spider now. So thank you, Konami, for that one.
What? Karakuri Spider? Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know. You're probably going to be able to do some weird stuff with this card. If this attacks a dark monster, wow. That's busted. Karakuri is about to be tier 0. Alright, but yeah, that's it. I just thought it was kind of weird that, they only got 3 new cards each from their drops, but like you did point out to me that is how it was on 5D's release, so it's not too different this time around. So yeah, anything else before we peace out here?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I know this is really random, but I found out that Karakuri Spider came out in 1999. So I didn't like. Is that the first Karakuri card? What the? I didn't realize.
That is a fact. It most definitely is. But that is going to be it from me and PDS, guys. Thank you for tuning in. What do you guys think about the leaked drop rewards? Do you think they suck? Do you think they're pretty good? Are you excited for Teller Knights, Yuma stuff? I'm worried about these level up rewards, if this is what the gate drops are going to be, to be honest. But we'll see. So check out Gamersupps in the description. It's like Kool-Aid, but with a kick in the ass. We all drink it. Stay fueled up for the streams. We are up to 4 streams a week, and we are littering in between the Raid Shadow Legends tournaments. So be sure to stay tuned in the Discord so that you can get up to date and find out when those $50 and $100 tournaments are going to be held. There's going to be a Twitter tournament as well, where you have to be following the Twitter to gain entry, so pay attention to that as well. That's going to be in our Twitter, which will also be linked in the description. But other than that, peace out, guys, and see you in the next video.
See you later.